Okay, this is gonna be my third video that I ever made in my life. Screen capture video. And we're still here with Mossad-alf and the conspiracy theories. And we're gonna keep looking some more at the early Mormon church. And now we're gonna look at one of the early presidents of this church who had also altars, not just as a clergyman or a holy person, but also as a statesman. And before we go into the folders, let's look at the list. I always like these lists, they're so easy. And of course, it takes me time to make them all, but I think it's worth the time because you have so much at all one glance. And here we have Abraham Lincoln, 16th President of the United States, Amos Bronson Alcott, from Temple School, a transcendentalist teacher who was working with Margaret Fuller and other famous people. Then we have John Taylor, the third LDS church president or prophet. So this is his Mormon altar. This is his politician altar. This is his altar as a transcendentalist. And I think he's also Ralph Waldo Emerson, a writer and poet, all the same person. Then he played also a general in the big war in the where the Union fought the Dixies about the slavery. So all these reasons for the war that we read in the history books are only one point of view, but these wars are behind the veil, so to say, are often led for different reasons, as we have seen in the Iraq War and all other wars. So Jefferson Davis, the general, and also very likely Abraham Hoagland, another early Mormon leader. All the birth dates do make sense. The death dates are fake anyway. All the tombstones get erected, mostly like a Masonic obelisk or some sort of pyramid at some special place in some cemetery that has a special meaning to these people because they know about ley lines and they always try to tap into ley energy or like this hidden energy grid in the world. They know everything about that stuff. So when they put up, let's say when Princess Diana is killed in a tunnel with her lover Dodi Al-Fayed and both disappear and both are continuing to play different people, then they put there their Luciferian flame that is shining day in day out, and they have put another Luciferian marker on the earth, and so the earth gets filled up and filled up with this crap, and it's agglomerating so bad, and that's also one of the reasons why before the kingdom of God will start, like the real kingdom of God, not the Luciferian kingdom of God, who will come before. But I mean, there's so much idolatry everywhere. I mean, the whole world is full of idolatry. And it's not just our terminology in the science and in astronomy where we named all the planets after pagan gods, and it goes on forever and ever. I mean, the whole world is covered with this crap basically, and that's the reason why the earth will be renewed in the great fire before the new age will start. Okay, but enough of the rambling. Let's go to the wife. So Mary Todd Lincoln, wife of Abraham Lincoln, same person as Abby May Alcott, wife of Amos Bronson Alcott. And I'm pretty sure that she was also Helena Blavatsky. Or probably Blavatsky might have been a daughter, but I think it's the same person. So this death date is probably stretched out a bit. And then the rest makes sense. And because Blavatsky looks so much similar, and you never really, I mean, even the people that lived during the time of these people, they never really got close. And it would have been easy to just put on a different hairdress and a big old cloak and pretend you were a witch from Russia. Because these people could travel within a short amount of time, even in those days, all around the world. And now I third part. Like, with this guy here, he founded Theosophy together with Blavatsky. I think this guy was also Albert Pike, but the name of the man was Henry Steele Olcott. Olcott here, so not Alcott but Olcott, founder of Theosophic Society. And so we know already that Albert Pike, the biggest Mason in America, was also Johannes Brahms, the composer, who composed the Hungarian dances, for example. And then he was Joseph Wilson Swan, the inventor of the light bulb. So all these inventions are basically stolen from other people who they just claim it. It's just Masonry is just these people just claim stuff. They have other people work for them, and then they have an altar as a great inventor for some sort of engine or anything. Then I do think it was also Karl Marx, the communist. And remember, Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, that means they were brothers actually. Because Friedrich Engels was the brother of, let me see, yeah, this guy was also one of Brigham Young's brothers. So they were brothers, in fact. And Kaiser Wilhelm, the first of the three late German Kaisers, is also the same. And then he's also an Italian general, because this guy was a rough guy. He liked the fight and the battle and everything. And he played several generals. He also must have been a general in the war in America, the Secession War. And so Giuseppe Garibaldi, again, same guy. And we can see all the birth dates again, they make sense, because this is all the same person. Okay, let me see. That was the list. Now I have some pictures. This here is... Here we have Amos Bronson Alcott, who wrote famous books for Temple School, and he loved to teach with little children. He has written some amazing books about discussions with little children on the gospel, etc. But with a Luciferian touch, with a little bit of yeah. So whatever these people put their hands to, it always bears their trademark. But I like this book. It's called Like an Angel Came I Down. How Like an Angel Came I Down. I read it in Salt Lake City in the library, in a public library, and it's a really great book. So, same man as Abraham Lincoln, same man as John Taylor, third LDS president, same man as Jefferson Davis, general for the Dixie in the War of Secession, the Southern states, and same man as Abraham Hoagland. All these people are identical, and that's probably only half. Or he probably played many more that I haven't found already. Okay, now let's go to see some more pictures. Here we have Jefferson Davis, the general, and see here they say his Union counterpart Abraham Lincoln, but in fact these people were identical, and this is normal. So he played the greatest leader in the southern states, shaved his beard, and then he took a horse to the northern states, put on a different coat, and put on a beard. And lo and behold, he was Abraham Lincoln. And this is not just something that is being made by since 9/11 or since the Iraq War, where people say, oh, these people betrayed us and they killed 4,000 Americans in the Twin Towers and we have to avenge ourselves. This system is so incredibly old. We have so much amazing coins and paintings and mosaics and statues from the ancient classic cultures in Babylon, in Greece, in Rome, in Lydia. Sometimes also the Celtic coins and stuff, but the Celts, they had a lower culture and they don't have much detail in their artwork. But when you go to Rome or Greece, you have amazing detail, and it's very easy to find the right matches. So I already have, like, Hannibal Barca, the famous Punic warlord who crossed the Alps with his war elephants. He was the same as the Roman comedian Plautus. Just one example. And also from ancient history, I already have exposed many people on my blog, and I have even more material that I could release. But recently I stopped blogging because I have toothache and I have no dental plan. I am very poor. I'm sitting in my mother's basement. I have not really any money on my bank account, and I kind of, I could continue with this, but I need to find a support somehow. Like, I need people to support me, and I want to have healthy teeth. And so yeah, so I'm not a very demanding person, but I have a certain limit where I say, okay, I can work under these conditions, but that's all I can do. And so that is the LDS president, and that is Abraham Lincoln, same person. Just this is an earlier photograph, and that's a later photograph. Probably 30 years apart, but same person. Again, same person, John Taylor, Abraham Lincoln, same man, same nose, same mouth, everything the same eyes. These eyes are very easy to spot, and very easy to spot. Okay, of course you have, as always, whether it's the Kennedy curse or all these assassinations of people, be it Hitler or I don't care. I mean, so many assassinations, and like with John F. Kennedy, all of that is a bunch of yarn. It's all fake, and they just terminate a character, but he will continue to play other people along his career. And this you don't have to see because I mentioned it already. Here we have another nice bunch of pictures. You've seen that all already. And this one you've seen as well already. And this one that's the ear right here. It's the same ear. And that's the second wife. So many times when these people are marrying second wives who are, like, let's say at least 20 years younger, you can rest assured in many cases it's actually the first daughter that they marry, so to say. But most of the offspring that they conceive are from their main wife, and this system proves very well. So that's a system that's applied very often. Here again you have the eyes, same rift, same mouth, same everything, same person. Abe Lincoln is John Taylor. And this one I've shown you already. Okay. And of course again you have all of these Masonic locations of significance. They all bear pagan names, like the Nauvoo temple. In American, Nauvoo is written differently, but it's the same word exactly as the Babylonian idol Nabu. And even you have like modern clubs naming themselves after these idols, and they don't even understand why they do it, but it has to do with spiritual attraction, because they are spiritually attracted to these names and syllables. That's a very common thing. Yeah, okay, we've seen that one. And if you still don't believe me, just look at the signature. That always helps. And it's the same handwriting, exactly the same, from John Taylor and Abe Lincoln. So we have seen that one. Don't have to look at it again. And that was that folder. But we have, I think... Okay, let's run quickly through this folder too. It's gonna be a longer video. But here we have Mary Todd Lincoln, wife of Abraham Lincoln, then Abby May Alcott, wife of Amos Bronson Alcott from Temple School, and here Blavatsky, who founded one of the biggest witches of modern age in her occultist role. And I think they're all the same. Like, these two are the same 100%, but on this one I'm also pretty sure she's the same. And this was her sidekick. And as Blavatsky, she was riding around in a cart, wearing a headdress like all the witches. And this is Abraham Lincoln, and he might as well again be the same guy as this Henry Steele Alcott, her sidekick, this guy here. Or it was another close relative, we don't know, but even the names are similar, like Alcott and Alcott. And they do this many times, and we just can't see it. Um, so many times. They just barely disguise their names, and you can see that's the same ear. And these eyes and the nose, just look at the nose. I mean, look at the mouth, the nose, the eyes, and then exact same hairstyle. And the chin as well. I mean, come on. I mean, can't get any more obvious. And Angela Merkel must be in the same bloodline. Just look at that face. That looks exactly like Angela Merkel. And we know all these people are related. Their power is never a coincidence, and it's only passed inside of these families. So, very likely, Blavatsky is also the same. Here you can see Merkel and Blavatsky. Same bloodline. No question asked. And here in the seal of Theosophy, you have one of the most powerful symbols of all time. You have the swastika, or the black sun. From India, you have the star of Remphan, or the star of Moloch, of Saturn, that the Jews are to this day, with their black Saturnian color, exactly are representing this most sinister symbol. Then you have the Ouroboros, the snake that's eating its own tail, or the Milky Way, the eternal roundabout of the times and the ages and the seasons. All these symbols are very powerful. And you have the Egyptian Ankh as well. So, the life energy. Yeah, these are the same. We've established that already. And the ear, the same too. The eye as well. Here, look at the eye. It's the same woman. And again, same face. I mean, Blavatsky is the same as Mary Todd Lincoln. And okay, and here again you have the same nose and the same facial outline. So probably he just put a different beard, or it was a brother or a cousin. Then again, this we have seen already. This we've seen already. You all know how to use Wikipedia, I think. I don't have to show you that. Okay, that was another folder, and now let's go to the last folder. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Not 100% sure about him, but I think it's the same guy too. So here you have politician altar, and here poetry altar. Absolutely normal. Nothing out of the ordinary. Same nose. Same mouth. So photos make, I mean, every photo has different lighting, different angle, different camera, and different movements of the person. So do not expect every photo to be similar, but you have to seek the similarities. It's not like you really have to have an eye for it, and you have to dwell in the pictures until it pops out at you, and it just screams at you, and then you see it and you put the ears up against each other, and then you have your match and put it in your database. And so that's the same person. Ralph Waldo Emerson is Amos Bronson Alcott and Abraham Lincoln and all the others. Signatures always help when you're on the corner about a find. Then this one we've seen already, the same rift, the same mouth here, the corner of the mouth is the same, and the same nose too. This one we've seen already. Okay. Yeah, let's close this video. I'm gonna make a bunch more of them. I'm gonna say my blog address again. I'm gonna type it actually for you to see. My blog is here. This is my blog. You can all visit it and get smart about world history and yeah, see some of your most famous idols of all time exposed. Like one of my biggest idols, some musicians that at first I didn't know they were part of this. And it's always like you expose all kind of people, but that when it comes to your own country and your own famous actors and your own famous movies and your own famous CDs and your own famous musicians, you don't want to believe it, but we have to be honest with ourselves. And um, yeah, that's why I'm making this blog. Okay, let's finish the video at that point.